Live from Augusta, you're watching News 1226 this morning.
A peek ahead into your morning, Diamond Lakes Park will soon see a change. Hotel Aiken will have a second chance at life, and South Carolina's lawmakers are asking for a pay raise. All that more in just a moment, but first we're going to take a live look over Wheeler Road this morning. Kind of cloudy, a little muggy looking out there this morning, but good morning. I'm Wrdw. We're so glad that you're joining us this morning. And Chris, it seems like we're still going to be having that rain and hot mixture and all that. I mean, it's the South, so that's what we're going to see, unfortunately.
Yeah, the summer pattern of heat, humidity, and afternoon storms is not changing anytime soon. Our morning dog walk forecast is dry this morning, though, except for the humidity. Let's take a look at Archie and Willie bringing us our forecast this morning.
Cute. Look how politely they're sitting.
I know. You can tell they are BFFs for sure. Looking forward to their morning dog walk. Southwest winds at about 6 miles per hour, but temperatures already into the upper 70s at 8 o'clock, close to 80 at 10. Staying dry through 11 o'clock, but on the muggy side at 82 degrees. As we head toward the afternoon, maybe you'll be spending the day there. You can see a chance of showers every day through the middle of the week.
And we're following breaking news from early this morning. Authorities say I-20 is completely shut down at exit 11 and exit 18. There's been a bridge collapse at the old Valcouse Road, and the road underneath that is closed as well. Officials are asking you to please avoid the area. The Aiken County Sheriff's Office says this is due to an accident on I-20 at mile marker 13 eastbound involving a fuel truck that is on fire. Officials say multiple crews are on scene, including police and fire departments. Again, please avoid the area. And Diamond Lakes Park has been the topic of discussion for nearly 2,000 of its neighbors. Those thousands of voices spoke up about what changes they wanted to see in the Diamond Lakes Park area. And back in May, we had told you Augusta commissioners heard from them. The area could see improvements using nearly $500,000, including more sidewalks and speed bumps after commissioners approved an improvement plan. Your city government reporter, Sydney Hood, spoke to one South Augusta neighbor who has been petitioning for a change.
You don't see or hear much.
It's just relaxing just to be out here.
But if you ask Frank Howard,
there's so much we could do out here.
Diamond Lakes Park is alive.
This is not about me.
With possibility.
Yeah, but it's about the family members, the community of South Augusta.
Whether it's a ball game, race, or any event for that matter, the park is made for activity.
That's what it's all about.
Frank comes to Diamond Lakes to watch his 8-year-old grandson play football.
To me, they need another set of lights over here.
He saw what wasn't working.
That's where I started getting my vision.
And got to work.
As I talked to others, they started agreeing with me, so then I had to put it in writing on what I should be doing.
His actions speaking louder than his words, catching the attention of those in charge.
You know, this is our signature park that's been there for quite a long time, and the usage is unbelievable. I mean, from the children to the seniors.
With nearly 2,000 signatures on his petition, Frank's vision for his neighborhood is one step closer to reality.
It's been a long time coming for this. So I just want to thank everybody for what they have done.
Parks and Rec, Central Services, and Engineering took Frank's concerns and came back with these recommendations. Commissioners agreeing with these changes and approving these recommendations minus the site cameras. But for Frank, there is just one message he wants to get across.
They want more safety in South Augusta. They want more structure in South Augusta, sidewalks, more lights, more cameras in this park.
It's more than just a park.
Get away from the hustle and bustle and come out here and just enjoy life.
For many like Frank, this is home. In Augusta, Sydney Hood on your side.
In developing this morning, the Aiken City Council has named a developer for Hotel Aiken. City Council will enter into negotiations with Oliver Hospitality to develop Hotel Aiken. This was decided in a 6-1 vote this week. The long-awaited decision marks the latest progress for Hotel Aiken. There was a list of important topics. Your Kennedy Payne is on your side with what community members had to say about this big step.
Well, I think everyone agreed it's been a long 3 years, and they have come a long way from near demolition to a revitalization. The room tonight was packed as developers with Oliver Hospitality, that's Ethan Orley and Craig Bradley, spoke briefly about their plans for Hotel Aiken. The city originally bought Hotel Aiken and the adjacent properties in 2021 with plans to demolish the historic building, which actually holds contributing status. After backlash, the city went back to the drawing board, and now more than 3 years later, the project is seeing real movement. For nearly 15 years, Oliver Hospitality has been redeveloping hotels across the Southeast. They say they have a particular expertise in redeveloping historic properties. Linda Johnson was at tonight's meeting, and she's the president of the Aiken Historic Foundation. Just a couple of months ago, she was actually able to put the hotel on the National Register of Historic Places, and she says they have come a long way since 2021.
We finally have a path forward. So we're excited because these buildings deserve to be preserved, and we have a developer who, from the sounds of it, has a lot of experience in doing just that.
And the debate amongst the community has been to tear down the hotel or refurbish the building, but developers say they anticipate keeping Hotel Aiken a hotel. Johnson says she's excited to see the charm of the building preserved.
We had this whole half a block that was a bit derelict, and there was no reason for people to stroll along that part of the block. And now I can see people going to stores or restaurants further down the block, coming up to enjoy what we have in this block, and staying there, going right out their hotel door and having so many things available to them.
And developers say they hope this is the catalyst actually in making the rest of downtown Aiken a revitalized downtown.
In nearly 3 years after surviving its near demolition in Project Pascalis, Hotel Aiken is a major step closer to being used again. The group will also own the properties near the hotel that would have been a part of Project Pascalis. 12 on your side, digging deeper into the Oliver Group. It has a 15-year history of redeveloping historic properties. Some of its work includes Hotel Claremont in Atlanta and the Oliver Hotel in Knoxville. The next generation of business owners in the CSRA are getting help from Augusta Tech's new incubator. You're looking at a new video of the site on Broad Street just as several local businesses have decided to close their doors for good. This micro incubator could be the key to set small businesses up for success. Your Hallie Turner walks us through how this facility will work and benefit our area.
Well, our area is still feeling the effects from not just the pandemic, but Hurricane Helene as well. And leaders say two things people struggle with when it comes to starting a business is money and keeping customers. And they feel this building will be a foundation and resource for economic growth and recovery. And the facility has a dual purpose. First, serving as a training center for new entrepreneurs. People can attend boot camps to learn the ins and outs of how to run a successful business. Other services include things like pitch sessions and an incubator space to improve marketing strategies and business plans. And if you're in it for the long haul, leaders say there's a chance to connect with angel investors for funding. But that's not all. For current businesses, Accelerate Augusta is a resource center for those places needing help with anything from legal advice to accounting. Leaders say the goal is to be a community resource that keeps businesses from closing.
During the pandemic, when we were trying to help small businesses navigate those waters, we realized that they needed resources. So we're still seeing a consistent, good number of businesses open, but anything we can do. You know, every year we have new businesses that opened and then businesses that closed, and we come up with a net gain number. We would love to see the businesses closed number shrink so that we can provide those resources.
And Augusta Tech says there's a lot of interest in this resource. Several are already taking some intro classes.
Woodard says things are on track for the doors to open in the fall. All they have to do is some landscaping and hire an executive director. We put information on the program and the position on our website, wrdw.com, and on our app. The time is running out for Georgia Hurricane Helene survivors to get temporary housing assistance. You have less than a day to apply for the Hearts Georgia program. The application closes tomorrow, and the program provides provides temporary housing for survivors whose homes were damaged during the storm. On your screen are qualifications for the program. You must be registered with FEMA or disaster assistance, live in one of the 61 federally declared counties, which does include Burke, Columbia, and Richmond, have a primary home that was majorly damaged, destroyed, or deemed unlivable, and you must agree to comply with all program rules and requirements. Once the application closes, the program will continue to assist approved participants through September of this year.
It was a hot one out there on Friday. The average high 91. We hit 92 for the high officially in Augusta, 93 the hot spot there in Sylvania. A lot of rain and thunderstorms Friday and Friday night, and the rain's not going anywhere for your Saturday. We'll take a look at your weekend forecast when we come back.
And looking for something to do this weekend? Well, here's a few events you can check out. We'll be right back.
Chance today a little drier and a whole lot hotter by the middle of the week.
And we're continuing to follow breaking news from early this morning. Authorities say I-20 is completely shut down at exit 11 and exit 18. There's been a bridge collapse at the old Vaucluse Road, and that road is closed as well. Officials are asking you to please avoid the area. The Aiken County Sheriff's Office says this is due to an accident on I-20 at mile marker 13 eastbound involving a fuel truck that was on fire. Officials say multiple crews and agencies are on scene, including police and fire departments. Again, please avoid the area if possible. And 3 Columbia County deputies are being honored for their bravery nearly 2 months after a traffic stop claimed the life of a fellow deputy and sent another to the hospital.
Andrew Brown, Jared Mason, and Gavin White, Columbia County Sheriff.
Deputies Andrew Brown, Jared Mason, and Gavin White received awards for valor for their heroic actions during their deadly traffic stop this week. Columbia County Sheriff Clay Whittle praised them for their teamwork during a scary situation.
We had unbelievably clear communications on our radio from Andrew Brown, from Gavin White himself, and from Jared Mason. After the suspect had been neutralized, Andrew Brown realized Gavin White was gravely wounded and was bleeding profusely, then loaded him in one of the shot patrol cars with a flat tire on the front and drove him approximately 4.5 miles to the nearest hospital where they were able to render aid and stop his bleeding.
The shooting claimed the life of Deputy Brandon Sykes and seriously injured Deputy Gavin White. White is still on the road to recovery, and the Regional Force Investigation Team is still investigating what happened that night. As soon as we get those results, we'll let you know. And Fort Eisenhower will be changing back to Fort Gordon after an announcement from President Trump this week. The post
for everyone. A serious accident creates a lot of right now problems. You're worried about your injuries, the medical bills, and whether you'll get stuck paying for it all. You shouldn't have to chase after a lawyer to get the help you need. With me, you won't have to. I'm Austin Jackson, your guy in Augusta. If you've been injured, my team will get to work right away. And you don't have to pay us anything unless we get money for you. Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy. 706-724-7224.